Welcome to Movies in a Nutshell. This is The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, the 2013 epic high fantasy adventure film directed by Peter Jackson from a screenplay by Fran Walsh, Philippa Boyens, Peter Jackson, and Guillermo del Toro. Based on the 1937 novel The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is the sequel to the 2012's The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Thorin Oakenshield and his company are being pursued by Azog and his orc party. They are ushered by Gandalf to the nearby home of Beorn, a skin changer who can take the form of a bear. That night, Azog is summoned to Dol Guldur by the necromancer, who commands him to marshal his forces for war. Azog delegates the Hunt of Thorin to his son Bulg. Beorn escorts the company to the borders of Mirkwood, where Gandalf discovers black speech imprinted on an old ruin. This and a prior request by Galadriel prompts him to investigate the tombs of Nazgul. He warns the company to remain on the path before leaving. Upon entering the forest, they lose their way and are ensnared by giant spiders. Bilbo frees the dwarves with the help of his invisibility ring. However, he begins to understand its dark influence as he drops the ring and brutally kills a spider to retrieve it. The remaining spiders are killed by the Wood Elves, led by Tauriel and Legolas, who capture the dwarves and bring Thorin before the king, Thranduil. Thorin takes the opportunity to confront the king about his neglect of the dwarves of Erebor following Smaug's attack 60 years earlier, and in return is imprisoned with the other dwarves. Having avoided capture, Bilbo arranges their escape via empty wine barrels that are sent downstream. They are pursued by the Wood Elves and ambushed by Bulg and his orc party, engaging in a running three-way battle down the river. And this battle is a little messy, but the dwarves are able to escape both groups of pursuers, but Kili is wounded by a Morgul arrow. Thranduil decides to seal off his kingdom when an orc captive reveals an evil army is amassing in the south. But Tauriel decides to leave and assist the dwarves. Legolas goes after her. Meanwhile, Gandalf and Radagast investigate the tombs of Nazgul, which they find empty. The company is smuggled into Esteroth by a bargeman named Bard. Thorin promises the master of Laketown a share of the mountain's treasure, and they are given arms and sent to the mountain. However, due to his injuries, Kili is forced to remain behind. He stays at Bard's home and is tended to by Fili, Oin, and Beaufort. When the dwarves reach the mountain, they are unable to enter, but Bilbo discovers the hidden entrance to the Lonely Mountain and is sent inside to retrieve the Arkenstone. While inside, Bilbo accidentally awakens Smaug, who reveals his knowledge of both the dwarves' plot and the return of the Dark Lord Sauron. In Laketown, it is revealed that Bard is the descendant of the last ruler of Dale, and possesses the last black arrow capable of killing Smaug. Bard attempts to bring the black arrow to the town's launcher, fearing what may happen in the mountain. However, he is arrested by the master of Laketown, charging his son to hide the arrow. Bulg and his orc party infiltrate the town and attack the four dwarves at Bard's house. But Tauriel and Legolas arrive and quickly dispatch them. Tauriel tends to Kili, who openly admires Tauriel's beauty, while Legolas pursues Bulg. Meanwhile, Gandalf infiltrates Dol Guldur alone, after sending Radagast to warn Galadriel of their discovery at the tombs of Nazgul. While exploring the fortress, he finds and cures Thrain, Thorin's lost father, before they are ambushed by Azog. The necromancer overpowers and defeats Gandalf and reveals himself as Sauron. Gandalf watches helplessly as Azog and an orc army march from Dol Guldur towards the Lonely Mountain. Back inside the mountain, during a long chase through the corridors of Erebor, Bilbo and the dwarves rekindle the mountain's forges using Smaug's flames and create and melt a large golden statue, hoping to bury Smaug alive in the molten gold. Kind of a weird way to try to kill a dragon, but as they do so, Smaug emerges from the gold, stumbles out of the mountain, and flies off to destroy Lake Town as Bilbo watches in despair.
What have we done?
Thank you so much for watching Movies in a Nutshell. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button so you can be notified of our latest uploads.